prove them wrong. Wipe that smirk off their face. Remove the pretentiousness from their voice. Throw their words back in their face, not with your words, but with your actions. Prove them wrong. I frequently debate financial services representatives about the merits of financial strategies and particularly investment strategies versus financial products. And often these debates include me showing how bad most insurance products are and sharing the superior strategies that lead to superior results. They toss out some insurance myths, like some of the ones that we covered way back in episode 14 through 18, and I systematically debunk them. It's a pretty one-sided affair, at least in my opinion. Left with no other option, they will inevitably come out with this final and very tired statement. We need to sell them insurance. Because if we don't, then they won't do those other strategies on their own. We must sell them the expensive life insurance from our company because otherwise they wouldn't get it. We must sell them whole life insurance to accumulate cash value because they won't save on their own. Universal life is a great product because even though investing is better, they won't buy term and invest the difference. So what if annuities are extremely expensive and have a poor return? Who cares if on paper your retirement strategy is better? Without the guarantees of an annuity, they won't be able to stay invested. Without us and our horrible for the client, great for our wallet products, you will fail. That's ultimately what they say. That's what it comes down to, some version of those statements. Without their products, you will fail, according to them. Let me first address these financial advisors in case any of them are listening or have been turned on to this episode by someone who works or used to work with them. And then I want to challenge you, the listener, you are not a financial professional. So here's my response to the financial representatives that hold this position. With great power comes great responsibility. You are holding yourself out as an advisor, right? As a financial advisor, as an expert in personal finance. You have power and influence over the decisions that clients make. And with that power comes great responsibility to do what is best for the client, not for you. If you think your primary duty is to earn commissions so that you can provide for your family or qualify for that bonus trip to Hawaii, then title yourself what you are. I'm a financial product sales representative. If that's your title, then that's what you're allowed to do and you are able to accomplish that mission. Then folks will know that your job is to sell them products and it's up to the buyer to beware. But if you call yourself an advisor, your duty shifts to doing what is right for the client. Your responsibility is to guide them to the best chance of their success. And if you can't do it well enough to provide for your family, that's not the client's fault, right? It's not their job to ensure you're profitable, and your success cannot come at their expense. You say clients won't achieve their goals without you and your products. And let me handle that first part, right? It may be true that clients won't be successful without your guidance. Perhaps they know that, and that's why they are coming to you in the first place. They want someone who can guide them to success. But they are coming to you, not to your company. They are coming to you. No one says to themselves, man, I can't navigate this complex financial world alone. At least not optimally, right? I need to find an insurance company to sell me products and investments to help me meet my goals. No one says that, right? They say, hey, I'm not sure I can navigate this complex financial world alone, at least not optimally, right? I better find someone to help me. They want someone to guide them, someone to help them, not some company to sell them products. They trust you to guide them to the best possible solution. Perhaps they need great term life insurance and haven't bought it yet. Great. Recommend the best value in term life insurance they can get. Perhaps they won't buy term and invest the difference on their own. No problem. That's why you're there. right? If you can convince them to put $500 a month into a whole life insurance policy until age 65, you can surely convince them to put $50 a month into a term life insurance and $450 a month into a Roth until age 65. Right? Whole life is a product that must be sold. You got to convince people to buy that. Roth IRAs sell themselves. And so if you can convince them to do this, then I know you're good enough to convince them to keep saving diligently and methodically into their Roth IRA for decades. That's why they're coming to you, for your help in doing that, not so that you can sell them a product and get a big upfront commission. Perhaps they would panic out of the market if you in retirement on their own. But isn't that why you're there? Right? Isn't that why you have been brought into this world, to talk them off the ledge, to help them understand what's really happening when the market goes down, to have constructed a plan to weather the global financial catastrophes that are out there? That's what they're trusting you for. You may be right. Maybe they can't do without you, and that's why they're coming to you. Yes. And then you might say, well, they can't do it without our products. Like, I need the products along with me to help them achieve their goals. They can't do it without our products. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. With a proper strategy and plan and ongoing accountability that you are supposed to provide them, and the guidance if they need it, then they can do it without products. In fact, they'd be much better off. Often your products make it worse. I've seen it time and time again where a sales rep will come in and make a situation actually worse by selling products than they were on their own, right? So here's a scenario. I've seen this a bunch of times. A household has young kids, right? Parents have $500,000 each in term life insurance and are actively contributing to a Roth IRA. Then the sales rep comes in and says they're underinsured. He recommends $1 million in coverage. Good so far. That's fine. And then he'll recommend they diversify their savings, reducing their Roth IRA contributions to invest in a whole life product to help get them both the life insurance and the savings component of the product. They go from underinsured but properly saving to overinsured and undersaving. They are worse off than before you helped them. Here's where the sales rep objects. But I've seen it, right? I've seen it. Someone a client, they needed some cash because they were in a bind, and thankfully they were able to leverage the cash value that was in their whole life policy and got them just the cash they needed just at the right time, and they had no penalties and no taxes with it, and it was awesome, and it got them through this crisis in their life. And I've seen it work. I've seen how these products have helped clients in their situations and helped them achieve their goals. These products do work for them, and they're great. You just haven't seen it yourself. And I know that, right? I know that you've seen products help them achieve their goals. And it seems great, right? Until you go back and look at how much would have been available to them if they had just invested that money over all that time instead of buying an insurance policy way back in the day. Right? If they just invested that, the amount of actual just total real cash available to them, not cash value in an insurance policy, have been much, much higher. And when you go forward, it gets even worse, because when you look at how complicated it's going to be for them to manage that loan that's now out against their life insurance policy, and how much interest they're going to have to pay to use their own money just to be able to do this. It's not good. Give me a scenario, any scenario, and I promise I can show you how it would have been better or will be better if they had used good strategy instead of buying the product. They don't need your products. So listen, financial representative, I get it, right? It is hard to become a fiduciary financial planner. It is hard, right? You have to learn a lot. You have to have a lot of knowledge. You have to develop a lot of skills in communication and in helping clients. It's far easier to learn to sell the products of an established company than it is to learn how to communicate strategy and become a true financial guide in an ever-changing landscape. It's hard, I get it. But here's the solution. Be better. Be better at your job. The difficulty of becoming a real financial advisor is not an excuse to call yourself one and then sell products instead. Either level up your skills and become what you call yourself, or stop calling yourself that. Be better. And to clients, other people who are not financial professionals, thank you for suffering through that. If you know someone who works for an insurance-based company or has been selling these things, feel free to send them this episode. I would love to have a conversation with them. Again, I came from that world. I know where you're at. If you have any inkling at all, if you're a financial representative in that kind of scenario, and you have any inkling at all that you want to start doing it the right way, I would love to talk to you and help you start doing it the right way. But to all the non-financial folk out there, I say this, right? Prove them wrong. Prove those financial services representatives wrong. Do so by taking initiative, right? Because that's what they always say. They would never do what they need to do without us. Prove them wrong. Take initiative. Take initiative on insurance, right? Figure out what insurances you need, what types, and how much. Do this without the help of someone who actually sells you the insurance, right? Because they're always going to say you need more than you probably actually do. Do your research or work with a fiduciary who will recommend what you need, but receives no kickbacks, no incentives to recommend more of one kind than another or specific types. Knowing what insurance you need and how much you need gives you the power to do what's best for you. Take the initiative on investing, right? Don't wait for a financial salesperson to come along and push you to invest more along with selling you a product. Do it yourself. Just do it. Take the initiative. Invest. Save more of your money. Take initiative with financial planning, right? Financial sales representatives prey on people who have no direction for their life, who don't know what they're doing with their money and don't know how to navigate the world. And since they don't know anything, they gravitate towards the first person that steps in their life that says, hey, I can help you. And they don't know any better. So anything is better than nothing, and this allows them to justify selling you horrible products because they are slightly better than doing nothing at all. Prove them wrong by taking initiative. Prove them wrong by building discipline. This is what they say, right? No, they would never stay the course of a financial strategy. They need longer surrender charges to keep them invested, and they need required payments, required premiums to keep them saving. Right? I've literally heard multiple people say this, right? They'll say something like, well, when things get tight, people will stop saving and investing, but they don't stop paying their bills. And that's why we need to sell them these products, because even though they'll stop contributing to the Roth IRA, they'll keep paying their whole life insurance premium. Like, I've heard multiple people say that. That is one of their rationales for selling you crappy products. And so prove them wrong, right? Don't just start investing, right? Keep investing. Don't just get invested, stay invested. Build the discipline to keep doing the things that you need to do for decades and get help and accountability in maintaining those disciplines. It's much, much cheaper to get help sticking to a plan for the long term than it is to fail at the plan or to buy these alternative products. So prove them wrong by doing it right? Because no one wants to be mediocre with money. So what do? They ask for adequate advice, right? They request rudimentary recommendations. They seek out subpar strategies, right? No! They want the finest advice. They want best interest recommendations. They desire optimal strategies. And so don't fall for these sales presentations and their products. Get and follow the best strategies and starve them of clients. Prove them wrong. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did enjoy that, you would love being a part of our free membership community. It's called Retire Membership, and you can sign up today completely for free. When you do that, you get a host of bonus and exclusive content that we don't give out anywhere else. For example, you can buy my book, 3D Retirement Income, on Amazon, but if you become a Retire member, we will send you one for free or give you the audiobook and ebook just for signing up. You also get additional bonus content, exclusive content, including Client Corner insights from some of the best minds in behavioral investing, workbooks to go along with our workshops to help you get the most out of it, and more ongoing bonus and exclusive content. Some of this you can't get anywhere else, and so we would love for you to join our community. You can join now at retiremembership.com. Otherwise, there's a link in the description of this video where you can sign up. All we want to do is continue to give you the best information out there so that you can retire successfully and stay successfully retired. So you can go in there, do that on our website. There's also a longer form podcast. I think it's episode 80 that will help explain what it is and what we're trying to do with Retire Membership. But join now for free. Get this and much more exclusive content by joining us today. We look forward to seeing you there, and thanks for watching. Cheers.